Year 5, Miss David and I thought it would be really nice if we could continue reading some of the texts which we would have normally been reading at school. So I have spent some time videoing myself reading the first 2 sections of our new text, which is called The Lottie Project, and it's by Jacqueline Wilson. So some of you might have already read this book. It is a fabulous book, and actually I read this when I was at school. It's called The Lottie Project. It's by Jacqueline Wilson, and it's about a story about 2 girls. One called Lottie and one called Charlie. And that's the only clues I'm going to give you, because I think you should hear it for yourselves. So here is chapter 1 of The Lottie Project. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope my voice isn't too boring. It's a bit hard to do it when I'm not showing you my face. I'm trying to do it so that you can see the text as you're reading it as well, or as I'm reading it. So if you've got the book, please feel free to read it yourselves. You don't have to listen to me. You can, I think, also get it on Audible. So if my voice is a bit too boring, then feel free to download it on there. But I know not everyone will be able to find it on there, so I thought this would be a good way for you to hear it. Good luck and with the work, and don't forget, if you need anything or you have any questions, you can email myself or Miss David. And also don't forget to email us anything you got up to over the Easter holidays, or any activities you've been completing at home. We'd love to see them, and also we'd love to hear from you as well. Bye. Chapter 1, School. I knew exactly who I was going to sit next to in class. Easy peasy, simple pimple. It was going to be Angela, with Lisa sitting at the nearest table to us. I'm never quite sure if I like Lisa or Angela best, so it's only fair to take turns. Jo said, "What if Angela and Lisa want to sit together, with you behind or in front or at the side?" I just smiled at her. I don't want to sound disgustingly boastful, but I'm the one Angela and Lisa are desperate to sit next to. Lots of the girls want to be best friends with me, actually. I'm just best friends with Lisa and Angela, but anyone can be in our special girls gang. Any girl. No boys allowed. That goes without saying, even though I just did. But guess what happened the first day of term? We got this new teacher. We knew we wouldn't be getting Mrs. Thomas because when we broke up in the summer, her tummy could barely fit behind her desk. Her tummy could barely fit behind her smock. You could see her tummy button through the material, like a giant press fastener. When I was a very little kid, I used to think that that's how babies are born. They grew inside the mother, and then when they were ready, the mum pressed her tummy button and out they popped. I told Jo how I got it all sussed out. Don't laugh. I was very little. Jo laughed. Dream on, Charlie, she said. If only it were that easy. That's my name, Charlie. OK, my full name is Charlotte Alice Catherine Enright, but no one ever calls me that. Jo and Lisa and Angela and all the kids at school call me Charlie. Some of the boys call me Cake or Carrot Cake or Cake Hole, but they're just morons. Though they think they're dead original. Note the initials in my name, got it? But right since I was born, all the way through nursery and primary, no one has ever called me Charlotte. Until this new teacher, Miss Beckworth. She was new, so I thought she'd be young. When you get a new young teacher, they're often even ever so strict the first few weeks, just to show you who's boss. And then they relax and get all friendly. Then you can muck about and do whatever you want. I love mucking about, doing daft things and being a bit cheeky and making everyone laugh. Even the teachers. But the moment I set eyes on Miss Beckworth, I knew none of us were going to be laughing. She might be new, but she certainly wasn't young. She had grey hair and grey eyes, and a grey and white blouse, and a grey skirt, and laced-up shoes with a lace-up expression on her face to match. When she spoke, her teeth were quite big and stuck out a bit, but I put all thought of Bugs Bunny imitations right out of my head. There are some teachers, just a few, that you'd better not mess with me. Tattooed right across their foreheads. She frowned at me with this incredibly fierce forehead and said, "Good morning. This isn't a very good start to the new school year. I stared at her. What was she on about? Why was she looking at her watch? I wasn't late. Okay, the school bell had gone and I was crossing the playground, but you always get 5 minutes to get to your classroom. It's 3 minutes past 9, Miss Beckworth announced. You're late. No, I'm not, I said. We're not counted late until it's 5 past. I didn't say it cheekily. I was perfectly polite. I was trying to be helpful, actually. You're certainly not off to a good start, she goes. First you're late, and then you argue. My name's Miss Beckworth. What's your name? Charlie, Miss Beckworth. See, ever so polite, because I could see I had to proceed delicately. Your proper name? Charlie Enright? We don't seem to be connecting correctly, Miss Enright. Charlie isn't a proper name. It's a diminutive. Have a think. What could the word diminutive mean? Try and think about that as we're reading on. She was trying to make me look pretty diminutive, obviously. I tried to act cool, but I could feel my cheeks flushing. I have this very white skin that can be a real problem when I get mad or embarrassed. When you have a lot of long red hair and you get a red face too, you start to look as if someone's put a match to you. Are you Charles Enright? I can't stand it when teachers go all sarcastic on you. A few of the kids tittered nervously. That posh prat Jamie laughed out loud. Typical. Angela and Lisa were looking all anguished, dying for me. I'm Charlotte Enright, Miss Beckworth, but I've never been called Charlotte at this school, only Charlie. Well, I'm going to call you Charlotte, because in my class we do things differently, said Miss Beckworth. You're telling me we do things differently. Well, I'm telling you, but you know what I mean. I wasn't allowed to go and sit with Angela. She'd promised to get to school ever so early to grab the best desk and the one next to it for Lisa. And she'd done well. The desk right next to the window with a hot pipe to toast my toes on when it got chilly. But all in vain. No, don't go and sit down, Charlotte, said Miss Beckworth. I was just about to explain to the whole class that while we get to know each other, I'd like you to sit in alphabetical order. We stared at her gobsmacked. Miss Beckworth spoke into stunned silence, holding her register aloft. So Anthony Andrews, you come and sit at this desk at the front with Judith Ashwell beside you, and then